Recording in progress.
1, 2. Folks, don't forget to turn your cell phones down or turn your cell phones off. Thank you, Miss Susan.
Thank you. Welcome to our Sunday concert series. And before I introduce our wonderful presenter today, I want to tell you about the next two concerts. Next Sunday, we have Popera. Does anyone know about Popera? It's stylized opera. And we have an amazing singer who will be doing a show with an accompanist. So please consider coming to that. If you don't like opera, it doesn't matter, you'll love this. And that's at 3 to 4:30 next Sunday. And then the last concert, a completely different one, is Los Rumberos. And we're going to have Latin and Mediterranean music and a flamenco dancer. So think about joining us for that. And now we're going to introduce this amazing woman. She's so very popular, and there's nothing she can't do that's interesting, fascinating. And it's going to be Anything Goes, the Cole Porter story. Sandra Moulin is a pianist, a vocalist, a storyteller, an author, and a public speaker. Whew. Sandra Moulin returns to bring you the fascinating story of icon Cole Porter. Sandra.
Thank you, Susan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just a delight to see so many people here on this beautiful day. I thought you'd all be at the beach. Thank you for giving up a couple of hours of that sunshine to be here. I promise you lots of sunshine this afternoon. Before I start, I just want to thank, first of all, Susan, who just disappeared, who hired me to come here. I believe it's been 9 years ago. There she is. Thank you, Susan, for having me come 9 years ago. That was as a result of my meeting this man over here, Mike Gardner. Mike Gardner was in a class with me and my husband, Mark. Where's Mark? There's my husband, Mark. He tries to be incognito. So Mike and Mark and I were in a film class together, and he told me about Susan and her program, and I have, since that time, discovered the passion and purpose of my retirement life. And I'm here to tell you that I am so grateful, because if I had not met him and he had not introduced me to her, I wouldn't be standing here. I have put on now many, many performances of my 9 shows that I do, 9 different composers and songwriters. And this morning, or this afternoon, I'm going to introduce you to Cole Porter, who, as you all know, was one of the most iconic singer-songwriter composers of the American Songbook. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to take you all to Paris, France. How many of you have already been to Paris, France? Oh, wow, look around. Keep your hands up. Look around. How many people have been to Paris, France? What does this tell us? How many of you would like to go back to Paris, France? How many of you would like to go back to Paris, France free? I'm going to take you there today. You are going with me free. And I assume that if you have all been there and you want to go back, now that you have confessed your love for the City of Light, where, of course, I have spent many years as a French teacher, taking students and studying there myself, we are going to go to Paris for a reason, and I will tell you shortly what that is. You have revealed your love for Paris, and you have also indicated by your presence your love and appreciation for Cole Porter. He is now going to have a surprise 60th birthday party. You are all coming from all over the globe for this party, which is going to be put on by his wife, Linda Lee Thomas. Now, Linda Lee Thomas is 8 years older than Cole, and they've been married for 32 years. When I remove this coat, bear with me, it takes a while to get it off. When I remove this coat, I will no longer be Sandra Lee Moulin. That is my name, Sandra Lee Moulin. I will be Linda Lee Thomas, wife of Cole Porter. She is thrilled to have this opportunity to make her own show. And she is not a performer. She is married to the performer. And she is having this surprise party for his 60th birthday party in their Paris apartment. Their Paris apartment is this luxurious, beautiful, extravagant place where all of you are coming. So you are now in her apartment once I change into my outfit. She is thrilled but very nervous because she is not a performer and she's not well. She suffers from a very serious lung disease. So this has taken a lot of time and energy and courage for her to put this together for her husband. So once again, it is a surprise party for Cole Porter, her husband. It is 1951. I repeat, 1951. You are now in her Paris apartment. Now, she's going to ask you to enfiler vos chapeaux. Enfiler vos chapeaux means put on your hats. Do not put them on until she tells you. But once she says enfilez vos chapeaux, and she will say it in English also, put on your birthday hats and get ready to sing happy birthday to Cole. Are you with me? Okay, but I must tell you, when she leaves the stage, do not go away, because I, Sandra Lee Mulan, come back, okay? All right, so are you with me? Okay, let's give a round of applause to Linda Lee Thomas, wife of Cole Porter. It is 1951, Cole Porter's surprise 60th birthday party. Are you ready? Bonjour, messieurs, dames. Soyez la bienvenue chez nous. Welcome to our home. It's so wonderful to see all of you here. Are you ready for the surprise? Enfilez vos chapeaux. Put on your birthday hats. Enfilez vos chapeaux. Put on your birthday hats. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cole. Happy birthday to you. Oh my gosh, there's harmony. I gotta hear that again. Come on, one more time, more harmony. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cole. Happy birthday to you. Bravo, bravo, merci beaucoup, c'est formidable. Look at him. He is speechless. We surprised him. I didn't think we could do it. It's a miracle. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is so exciting, and I'm so thrilled to have you all here to celebrate with me. I'm going to take you can take off your hats now. I'm going to take you down memory lane, Cole's memory lane. I'm going to take you on a musical journey of Cole's life. And you are going to learn what he and I did throughout all the years we've been together. Hard work, stops and starts, successes, failures, joys, sorrows, and tragedy along the way. My second surprise is that while I've been dealing with this horrible lung disease, coughing my way through my life, in between having a cigarette here or one or two, I learned how to play the piano. I took some piano lessons, and I have arranged a medley of Cole's famous hits for you. I'm going to play the medley, and I'm going to ask you to identify the songs, the musicals from which they came, and if you're really savvy, the year in which they premiered. Now, I am not a pianist. I am not a pianist. I am here to share the music with you. So please understand that I'm going to forget, I'm going to stumble, and if I do, please forgive me. I have to warn you in advance, okay? But I'm going to play the medley now. I'm going to play it all the way through, as I said. Then I will go back and play a little bit of each piece, and I will ask you to guess the name, as I said, the musical, and the year. Now, don't say it out loud. because you don't want the other people around you to hear the answers, right? You might know them all and they may not know any. Are you ready? Ready. Okay, this is the Cole Porter, what's your name? This is the Cole Porter medley. Thank you. Did you recognize those? Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of each one. Just yell out if you know, okay? First, the title. Anything Goes. The name of the musical was Anything Goes. And the year was?
39.
Nope.
42.
Nope.
34.
Who said that? 1934. Yes, my dear. Very good. Sue. 1934. Next one. Begin the Begin, and that was from a musical called Jubilee. And the year was 1935. I Get a Kick Out of You, and that was from Anything Goes. And the year was 1934. What is this thing called? Love, this crazy thing. And it was from the musical called Wake Up and Dream. And it was the year 1929. Got You Under My Skin, and it was from a movie called Born to Dance, and that was 1936. Good job, everyone. So when did it all begin? There were many beginnings, many ends, and many new beginnings. The obvious first beginning was when Cole was born. His mother was Katie Porter, and she gave birth to him in 1891 on June 9th. Now, they say he came out of the womb kicking and screaming, but kicking and dancing and singing, but I don't know, I wasn't there. The family was very wealthy, and that's very important to know because Cole really never wanted for anything. They were very wealthy. And his mother was extremely devoted to him. She would have done anything for him, and she did anything she could for him. He was devoted to her. She dressed him differently than other little boys at the time. His grandfather was a very wealthy businessman and contributed financially to Cole's success. It's hard to believe that Cole would ever need anyone to contribute financially because he was very successful, but there were times. We were both very, very well suited for each other, and I will tell you about that in a minute. But basically, because of Cole's wealth, he and I were able to enjoy a lifetime of penthouses and champagne. Fast forward to college. Cole enrolled at Yale in 1909, where he majored in English and minored in music. He also learned French. He studied very hard. He loved everything that he was studying. And there was a young man at the time by the name of Gerald Murphy. And Gerald Murphy was big man on campus. Gerald Murphy turned out to ended up being a very, very wealthy businessman. But anyway, Gerald took Cole under his wing and introduced him to the life of fraternities. He also introduced him to the Yale Glee Club, where Cole became the president and the chief soloist of that glee club. for which he wrote over 300 songs, including a couple of fight songs, which are still sung to this day. Cole then enrolled, after he finished his undergraduate, he enrolled in Harvard's law school. His grandfather wanted him to be a lawyer. Cole enrolled and quickly decided that law was not for him. And so he changed to the music department. Grandpa did not know. While he was studying there, he went into New York City. Many times he was introduced to Broadway, and he absolutely loved everything about New York and Broadway. Now, I know you're all dying to know how I got into the picture. Well, I was 36 years old. I had been married at a very young age, 18, to a very wealthy man who was abusive. So I divorced him, and fortunately for me, I ended up with an enormous, enormous settlement. So I was set financially for life. It is logical that my wealth and my interest in the same kinds of things that Cole was interested in would find us meeting each other at a mutual friend's wedding at the Paris Ritz. And it was there that we connected and found each other. We had much in common, and of course, the fact that we both had a lot of money didn't hurt. And we were married in 1918, 6 years after my divorce. As the years passed, I came to know this man. He's 5'7.5", 140 pounds. And as all wives, I got to know his likes and his dislikes. I will share them with you. Is that okay with you? Cole does not like baseball, golf, or Belgium. He doesn't like poetry, but doesn't he kind of write poetry? He is left-handed, and he uses his left hand when he plays the piano very sparingly, but to great effect. He doesn't like pressed duck. He likes movies. He loves movies. He loves to party, especially partying with party boys. And he's rarely sick. Occasionally he might have a headache, but that's about it. I like to party too. And so we did a lot of partying together. It was a wonderful life on and off for many, many years. In the early years when Cole was trying to find his voice, not literally, of course, he met Irving Berlin. And Irving Berlin was the person who helped Cole launch his career and helped him start and create and succeed in his very first musical, which was called Paris. It was a terrific show. It had over 195 performances, and that was in 1928. The song that came out of that show, you will all recognize, and I hope you will enjoy singing it with me right now. It is called Let's Do It. You will find it in your programs. It's a fun song. It's obviously a novelty song. And the trick with this song is that Cole is so creative, so clever, that he has all of these syllables that don't quite fit into the melody. So you'll have to bear with me. The gentlemen get the worst of this one, I'm sorry. I'm going to play the melody for you so you all remember what it sounds like. Then we're going to sing the whole song through, just the two verses that I gave you. Then the ladies will sing the red, and the men will sing the blue, and then we'll sing it again together. Okay, you may study while I play the little melody. Got it? Okay. Sorry, sopranos, I put everything in my alto key. You're just going to have to deal with it. And that's why birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Chimpanzees in the zoo do it, yeah, monkeys do it. Some courageous kangaroos do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Okay, ladies. And that's why birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Okay, gentlemen, up to you. Chimpanzees in the zoo. Some courageous and... Okay, good job, guys. That was hard. It just doesn't fit somehow. Okay, let's do the whole thing. Everybody ready? One more time. And that's why birds do it. Bees do it. Even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Chimpanzees do it. Yeah, monkeys do it. Some courageous kangaroos do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Good job. Bravo. Excellent. The following year, 1929, Cole wrote 50 Million Frenchmen. It was a musical revue, and it was presented at the Irving Berlin Music Box Theater and then at the Lyric Theater in New York. 50 Million Frenchmen was a musical comedy, and it was directed by Monty Woolley. Monty Woolley became a very close friend of Cole's. He became his very best friend. It premiered on Broadway in 1929 and became a film 2 years later. You Do Something to Me came out of that film. It became a familiar tune, and it is a standard even 20 years later. You know that song, right? You do something to me, something that simply mystifies me. Good job. Okay. The years 1929 to 1939 were considered Cole's golden years. And they included two big successes, Gay Divorcee and Anything Goes. From those two shows came the ever-popular Night and Day and I Get a Kick Out of You. Cole had come into his own, and there was nothing that pleased him more than walking out of an auditorium and having the audience hum or sing his songs on the way out. The audience was his, but Cole was mine. Night and Day was memorable for two reasons. Number one, it helped solidify and help blossom the friendship between Irving Berlin and Cole. They became very close. And Irving, the second reason was because Anything Goes, Night and Day, became so famous that it was the biggest box office hit of the day, so it made all kinds of money. Irving wrote him a note, and it says this, and I want to quote it. Dear Cole, I am mad about Night and Day, and I think it is your high. You probably know it is being played all over, and all the orchestra leaders think it is the greatest tune ever. And I agree with them. Cole, it is really great, unquote. Within 3 months of that song coming out, 30 singers recorded it, including Fred Astaire, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and later Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and Joe Stafford. Now, I'm going to play Night and Day. It'll be a version you may not recognize. I added a little classical tune to the beginning of it. See if you recognize that classical tune, Night and Day. You know, I'm supposed to be taking this medicine, but the medicine doesn't work very well, so I'm finding the champagne, it works much better. Chan chan. Thank you. You recognize that beginning? What was that? Moonlight Sonata by? Beethoven is correct. Before I play anymore, I want to tell you how Cole creates his songs. And I found this on his desk, and I snatched it, and I'm quoting, because I want you to understand how he writes. Quote, "First, I think of an idea for a song, and then I fit it to a title. Then I go to work on a melody, spotting the title at certain moments in the melody. Then I write the lyric, the end first. That way it has a strong finish. I do the lyrics the way I do a crossword puzzle. I try to give myself a meter, a tempo, which will make the lyric as easy as possible to write, but without being banal. I try to pick for my rhyme words of which there is a long list with the same ending," unquote. Now, I can't talk about Cole's career without talking about all the extravagant, fabulous trips that we took. And many of you were there with us. So I'm going to recognize some of you. I hope I don't forget anyone. If I do, please, I apologize in advance. But I want to say hello to some of you who have come all of this way. Gertrude Lawrence, where are you?
Happy birthday, Cole.
Oh, thank you, Gertrude. So wonderful to see you. Kitty Carlisle, are you here?
Cole, darling.
Oh, Kitty, of course. Of course. Only Kitty, right? Ernest Hemingway, are you here? Oh, Ernest, wonderful to see you. Gerald and Sarah Murphy, are you here?
We are.
Happy birthday, Cole.
Oh, thank you. Gerald and Sarah, they have a home on the French Riviera, and it's an absolutely gorgeous home. And they have invited all of their friends, most of whom are celebrities, like many of you, to go to their home on the French Riviera. And because they started inviting us, the French Riviera then became the place to go. It was the place. Thank you, Sarah. And Gerald, of course. Irving Berlin and Ellen Berlin, are you here? Where are you?
Yes, happy birthday,
Happy
Cole.
birthday, Cole.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you. They are such dear friends. And Irving, you have been such an inspiration. And Ellen, thank you for making him the kind of guy that he is. And Noah Coward, are you here?
Bon anniversaire.
Oh, listen to that, bon anniversaire. Thank you, Noah. Good job. And Elsa Maxwell, are you here?
Yes, I'm going to write all about this in my gossip column.
Of course you are, Elsa. Thank you so much. So wonderful to have all of you here. And of course, it brings back so many happy, wonderful memories. In October of 1937, Cole went to the Long Island Gold Coast for a riding event. I was in Paris dealing with my lung issues, not feeling well at all. We had had some difficulties and we were trying to work them out, so a short separation was appropriate at that time. I didn't much like the Hollywood scene, so I stayed in Paris while Cole traveled and did his thing. His thing sometimes was not good in my mind. I was not happy with some of his behavior, and that was part of the issue. Nonetheless, I was absolutely shocked and devastated to get notice that Cole had been in a riding accident. The horse on which he was riding reared and threw him to the ground. It rolled over on Cole's legs. He suffered multiple compound fractures and ultimately ended up with an infection in the bone marrow. Needless to say, I changed my flight. I flew back as fast as I could. His mother flew to his side, and he had multiple surgeries. He went in and out of delirium and consciousness for weeks. And the doctor wanted to amputate. I said, "You can't amputate, it will destroy him." So he didn't, but it was a horrible experience for Cole. But you know, when he started to feel better, he was very stoic. He didn't want people to feel sorry for him, even though he was enduring excruciating pain. And so, you know what he did? He named his legs. Geraldine was very sweet, but Josephine was a hellish bitch. But that was Cole. He had his sense of humor and his spirit, and nothing, not even this horrific accident, was going to discourage him. But you can imagine he couldn't put any weight on his legs, so he had to be carried everywhere. So there would be a man on either side lifting him up one leg at a time and carrying him around. You can imagine how humiliating, how mortifying this was for a man in his position. He was 46 years old. He was at the peak of his career. And to have to go through this and be in that position was demoralizing. But he had so many marvelous successes, not the least of which was Anything Goes in 1934. He was at the peak of his popularity. One of the well-known critics of the day was Walter Clemens. I'd like to quote what Walter said about Cole. Quote, "The complexity of Porter's work sets him somewhat apart from the other great songwriters of the first half of the century, Kern, Berlin, Gershwin, and Rogers. A Porter song is a luxury item, expensively made and extravagantly rhymed. In a way no other songs of this period did, Porter created a world. It was a between the wars world of drop-dead chic and careless name-dropping insouciance. And it was a sexy place to be invited," unquote. In the mid-1940s, things started to slow down. Cole actually had some poor reviews and some flops. And out of nowhere, I have no idea how, came the idea of Kiss Me, Kate. He had been in such pain that it was very difficult for him to create, to write, to even think. But somehow he got this idea, and Kiss Me, Kate is based very loosely on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. He was very excited about this, and he'd been suffering, as I said, for a long time. And unfortunately, what happened is our friend Merle Oberon bought him a dog. And the dog is this little Pomeranian named Papy. And Papy was a lovely little dog, and Cole and I loved him very much, but he had a collision with Cole, and it just did a number on Cole's legs. He ended up with an abscess and an ulcer on his leg. So he wrote to his friend and he said, "You know, I love this dog, but this collision was almost undid me." He said, the drugs I'm taking aren't even working. I'm in such terrible pain. He said, "Maybe I'm going to have to wear a guard on my leg after this." At this time, I was very ill. I was in and out of my iron lung. And I felt terrible. I didn't want to spoil all this wonderful success that Cole was having with Kiss Me, Kate. It opened in Philadelphia on December 2nd, 1948, and there were hardly any changes to the script. The show turned out to be a brilliant success. One critic said this, and this is such a beautiful quote: "Cole threw his canes down and walked that whole flight of stairs unassisted. I just stood there and cried," unquote. The New York News urged people to get to the box office quickly, and it was a sellout. In 1949, I developed pleurisy. I knew Cole was worried about me, and I didn't want to worry him, as I said, but I was very ill. So it was decided that I would take a train and go to Phoenix and stay on a ranch and try to recover while he continued his work. Unfortunately, I took this train and something happened to the heat. It went out and I ended up with a relapse, and I was deathly sick by the time I got there. Believe it or not, we both continued to smoke. There were very many popular songs, memorable songs from Kiss Me, Kate. The one I loved most is called So in Love. I'm sure you know it. I'm going to play a little bit of it for you. If you want to hum along or sing along, be my guest. So in Love. Thank you. In 1950, Cole's friends, as well as me, started noticing some concerning signs. Cole was becoming very short-tempered, irritable, having tantrums occasionally, being unusually worried about money. All these things were going on, but you know, he just kept going. He was unstoppable. And he was my soulmate. So, my darling Cole, it has been a wonderful ride so far. I never thought we would make it. There were times when we were separated that the separation was almost unbearable. And, you know, I just so admired your talent, your energy, your creativity, your tenacity, your resilience. It was an inspiration to me. And I know ours was not a conventional marriage by any means, but we had mutual respect, admiration, understanding, and an emotional intimacy that was all I ever needed. So I hope that tonight, with all your wonderful friends here, listening to your beautiful music, that it has touched your heart. And please know, I love you with all my heart. Happy birthday. I'm back. If Linda Lee Thomas were here today, she might have said this. I am here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that in this marriage, anything goes, night and day. And even in the still of the night, I am so in love. And I've got Cole under my skin. No matter what anyone says, ours is true love. And as you all know, I love Paris. C'est magnifique. As Linda grew weaker in the next 3 years, she would have no idea that those words would have been a foreshadowing of Cole's next show, which was called Can Can, 1953. That first night audience included the following people: Greta Garbo, Gloria Swanson, Marlena Dietrich, and Harold Arlen. He was always impeccably dressed. He always had his cane, but he had a carnation in his lapel. He was always class. Irving Berlin again wrote to Cole and he said, Dear Cole, along with a packed audience of satisfied customers who loved the show, it's a sweet show, and I still say, to paraphrase an old barroom ballad, anything I can do, you can do better. The two songs he wrote for this musical still resonate. I Love Paris and C'est Magnifique. Won't you sing along with me? The lyrics are in your programs. Again, I get to choose the key. I love Paris. Ready? I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris every moment. Every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? Because my love is here. You're all making me cry here, you know. Okay, c'est magnifique. When love comes in and takes you for a spin, ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. when every night your loved one holds you tight. Ooh la la la, c'est magnifique. But then one day your loved one drifts away. Ooh la la la, it is so tragique. Then once more he whispers, je t'adore. C'est magnifique. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was great. You almost made me cry on that one song. Cole's mother died in 1952, and Linda died from emphysema in 1954. She was 71 years old. Cole lost the two women who were most important to him in his whole world. It was very hard, very difficult for him. He arranged a very small funeral for Linda, just with a few intimate friends. But he stayed in the car because he wasn't able to walk or emotionally deal with going to the gravesite itself. Their marriage was very unconventional. Cole was attracted to men. And during their 34 years together, it didn't matter. They were soulmates. They loved each other deeply. They were companions, and they enjoyed all of a wonderful life together. Linda left Cole her over $1.5 million estate. Remember, this is 1954, actually, including all of her jewelry, all of her belongings. And she made sure that her jewelry would go to her dear friends, and Cole made sure that happened. And Cole went on with his life. In 1956, Cole introduced Silk Stockings, a musical from which the song All of You came. The lyrics to this song are typical of his very conversational, very clever way. You may know them. I love the look of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and south of you. In 1964, Cole was forced to have his leg amputated. This was a devastating blow to his already weak and suffering body. After that, he withdrew and never wrote another note. He retired to his home in Santa Monica, California. He had one caretaker, a man, and he spent the rest of his days in relative silence. Fortunately for us, however, he left us a legacy, all kinds of beautiful music, fun songs, and musicals to enjoy all through our years. The song True Love came from the film High Society in 1956. I'm going to again add a classical part to the beginning of it, and then I'm going to play the actual True Love song. And when I shake my head and give you the nod, that means please come in and sing the whole song along with me. It's in your program, True Love. And when I'm playing this and you're singing it, think of the person or persons to whom you would address those words, whether they're here or not. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure sharing my story with you. Please come up and say hello or goodbye. So nice to have you all here. Thank you again.